Yeah, good morning to one and all. This is part 5 of C programming tutorial. So in the previous class we have seen the application areas of C programming language. So now we are slowly stepping towards the programming language called as C programming language. So before going into the depth of C programming language, you have to understand that we need a translator in order to make the user written C programming English code to be understandable by the computer, and computer given machine code in return should be understandable by the user. So now we will be talking about the concept called as translators. So as I have told you in the previous class, like translator is a medium. The definition is like this. I will be writing the definition. Definition is so translator definition is like this. So translator is a medium which will be converting the human written English code which will be converting the human written English code into machine understandable code and vice versa. So this is the thing you have to understand, like translator is a medium which will be converting the user written English code into machine understandable, and the reverse is also possible. The reverse is the machine understandable code into human understandable code, right? So now we have to understand, like translators are of two types, right? So we will be seeing what are the types of translators available to us, and we will be seeing the properties of each translator, and on seeing the properties of each translator you will be getting an idea like which one is the best one, which translator is the best one to be used in the programming execution. So now classification of translators. So translators are classified into two types. The first one is compiler, and the second one is interpreter. So we have two types of translators here. The first one is called as compiler, the second one is called as interpreter. Now what we will do is we will be seeing the properties of each one of the translators in detail, so that you will be coming to a conclusion that which is the best one to be used, right? Now what do I do is I will be inserting a table here. I'm searching for a table. Wait, a table here. So now the table is like this: serial number, right, compiler and interpreter. Now the first property is like this. First property is the compiler will be executing all the lines and then translate it into the machine code. So entire program is translated into machine code. This is the first property you have to understand, like the entire program is translated when you are talking about the concept of compiler. Okay, now in interpreter what happens? Let me tell you in interpreter what happens, right? So now in interpreter the translation of the program is done line by line. The program is translated line by line. So this is the point to be noted. So in compiler entire program will be translated, and in interpreter every program irrespective of the size will be translated into machine understandable code line by line. So this is the point number 1 to be noted. We will be talking about the point number 2 now. So second point is debugging. Debugging is slower. I will be telling you here, in computer we have a term called as bug, right? So bug is nothing but an error, and debugging is rectifying the error. So whenever we give a small program, the process of rectifying the error is very easy, but if at all you give a program of very huge length of 200 lines or 400 lines, then it will take some time to rectify all the errors that are made by the user. So in that sense I am telling this point, like debugging or rectifying the mistakes in the compiler is very slow, whereas in this it is very fast. Debugging is very fast in interpreter. So this is the point number 2 to be noted. Now we will be going into point number 3. Now when you are writing some program, it is very obvious that a user, irrespective of the experience, will be committing some errors, right? So whenever you have committed some errors, we have to list out all the errors which are been done by the user so that you can rectify the errors. So whenever you are starting the process of checking the errors or listing out the errors by the compiler, the errors of all the program will be presented at once. That means gives the message about the errors all at a time. So this is the advantage we do have in compiler, right? Now if at all you go with the same concept of identifying the errors, so interpreter will be doing like this. What will be the interpreter doing? Interpreter will be identifying the error in one line, and until and unless you rectify that error, it will not show the error in the next line, and will not show the error in the next line. So this is somewhat a problematic one. Why? Because if at all we have a small program, so we can easily identify the errors, but if at all we have a big program, so identifying the error line by line is somewhat a risky one. So in this third case, so we can say that compiler is the best one. So now we will be going into the last one, where you can easily come to a conclusion that which one is the best one, either the compiler or the interpreter. So fourth one is like this: less execution time, and it is more execution time, right? So if at all you are writing a program and giving it to a compiler, it will take very less time to execute, and at the same time if at all you use the same program to an interpreter, it will take more time for execution. So based upon these things, mainly based upon the third point and fourth point, we can say that compiler is the clear winner. And so if at all you are checking some errors of the program you have written, you have to use only compiler, and from today I will be using only C compiler for any program that I am writing for the explanation purpose. So now translator in C means compiler in C. So from today class we will be using only term called as C compiler, and we are not using anymore the term called as C interpreter. So this is all about today's class. So in the next class we will be talking more on C programming. Thank you.